Hello, my beautiful souls. I hope you're doing amazing. This is going to be the general mid-March reading for Aries. Please remember this is a general reading. If it doesn't fit, don't make it. Obviously, you don't want those problems. Check your moon, rising, and Venus. If you're new, my name is Amber. Nice to meet you. If you're returning, thank you for lending your energy to the channel. I do have a Patreon in case you want to get extended videos or these readings 2 weeks early. Also, if you need a private reading, I do those as well. Links in the description box below, or you can go to the website up above. So Aries, let's see what we have for you mid-March. We have emotional withdrawal, patience and planning, and hope. Aries, you're not feeling 100% yourself during this time. I feel like it's because you walked away from a lot of things. And I also get this energy like a lot of things weren't working. Like things are taking longer than normal or something of that nature. Okay? But I still see that you physically or mentally want things to work in your favor moving forward. So I don't feel like you're going back from something. You might just be going through an emotional time from the things that you have lost. You know, it's like kind of like realization may have hit you emotionally. I feel like this is a good time to start planning your next steps, to figure out what choices you want to make, and to not like jump into anything, but to really figure out what your next steps are and what it is that you want to do. This is like renewing your hope in yourself, you know, revamping your steps. Just know that you can do whatever it is that you want to set your mind to. I don't see that being a problem. I see this is a time of organizing what the next steps are going to be for you. Okay? So we have thorns. Okay? And this says, wavering the challenges ahead will bring in a new positive future. Again, reestablishing the new plan, what it is that you want to do. You know, this is just like a dark time, or maybe you've hit some bumps. You may be sad, you may cry during this time. I feel like your emotions are getting the best of you. But you're still on the path. You can still move forward. You know, there's no need for you to feel like you can't do it. Blame, I accept responsibility for my well-being. This is not blaming another person. This is realizing that you have control over your own life, right? And not even blaming yourself for being sad. Okay, you're just going through the emotions, you're going through your feels, and that's okay. It's all a part of the healing process. We have Call of the Night as your shadow energy. Don't feel, Aries, I keep getting this feeling like you're mad at yourself for feeling these feelings, or you're mad at yourself for maybe allowing someone to come back, or letting your guard down, or something of that nature, and you shouldn't be. You know, you were just hopeful and optimistic, but you can still win. You can still win. You can still move forward. You can still make the changes. You know, I feel like this is just a part of your lesson. You know, going through your feelings. Yeah, I feel like it's going through your feelings. I feel like somebody instinctively went back to something. And that person was still finicky. Still finicky. Okay, and then we have breaking trail. A breakthrough is at hand. Yeah. So even though you're going back through these emotions, these feelings, or maybe dealing with this person for one last time, Aries, you learned what you needed to learn in order to move forward. You tied up those loose ends so you can move forward, so you can leave this behind, so you don't have to worry about it anymore. So that's a positive. Okay, Aries. Two of Swords, Seven of Cups, Ten of Wands, Palace of Cups, the Devil, the Nine of Swords, the Ace of Swords, Five of Swords, Five of Wands. And then we have the Star and the Nine of Cups. So I feel like as you went on this journey of self-discovery and what makes you happy, I feel like you overindulged in something or maybe someone and it didn't work out. Okay? But that's okay. That's okay. This is all a healing process with the Star. You've went through something that has thrown you out of your cycle, and you're just trying to get back on track. So I don't blame you. I don't feel like you did anything wrong. I just feel like you're getting back on track. Okay? So with the Devil here in the center, it feels like you still have a little bit of anguish, anxiety, sadness, or attachment to something that you have to let go. Okay? Something is still causing you worry. Something is still bothering you. I feel like it's still attached to your heart, even if you don't want to admit it, even a little bit. And you're exploring, you know, like fully letting something go. You're tired of the worry that it brings to your life, the problems, the hurt, the sleepless nights. So I feel like something in your environment is causing a burden and a heaviness on you. And it's having a really hard time coming out of your life. Like you may be attached to a job, a person. If you left someone, maybe they still live with you, something of that nature. Or you have to see them all the time. But you're trying your best to live your life in a way where that is not affecting you. Okay? I feel like you did this whole thing where you tried to ignore it and hope it would go away or focus on something else. But now it's time to like face it. It's time to like face whatever the issue is, deal with those inner emotions, and push it away in a healthy way. You know, like it's time to let it go. Yeah, you're very clear that this is a cycle and it's time to heal it. I do feel like whatever this is in your environment, whether person or energy, is really going to fight you. And that's because they're attached to you as well. And I can't see what it is because it's a general reading. It feels like for specific reasons for all of you. Okay? All of this has to do with making their life easier, though. Yeah, they're worried about what their outcome is going to be in life. Somebody else is. But it's time for you to clear this out so you can follow your heart. So whatever you had an indecision about, if somebody was going to make a choice or you're going to make a choice, by the end of this time, you have fully made your choice. Because you see this as a cycle. And you feel as though now, instead of working with the situation, you're figuring out a way to like resolve it so you can come out on top. I feel like you are worried about the backlash or the commitment that's going to be involved in doing it. But you're ready to heal and be happy. So that's overall. And that's general, so that could be anything for you. Let's get into some specifics. Yeah, you definitely saw something in your life as being unhealthy, and it's time to let it go. It's like you're tired of fighting for your rights. You know, rights that I feel like rights that you feel like you should have. Being loved, being cared for, being paid the amount that you want to be paid. You know what I mean? And because every time you tried to do this, I feel like you tried to do this in the way that seemed balanced or best for you. It started some sort of debate with this person or within you, and you just decided, you know, I'm going to hold on to this situation. And, you know, this person will make a decision on their own, or I'll stay in this job and then everything will just work out. Okay. That's what I see. So you're seeing that this idea was not a good one. Okay. It was just you kind of like pushing the situation to the side, not kind of dealing with it. And nothing seemed to be going in your favor. Okay. Things were supposed to be moving at a pace, and it's not doing that anymore. Okay. I feel like you're seeing this person or this situation for what it is. And you're realizing that instead of having faith that this is going to work out, I'm going to call it faith, you are now deciding to take control and not letting someone else take control. So it's like that person is speaking their truth, and now you are speaking yours. I feel like there's an opportunity for something new that's going to help you in the future. And instead of focusing on the idea of it, I feel like it's blocking you because no one's taking action to make it happen. And I feel like that is coming into realization here. That something needs to happen, that something needs to move. This burden is not legit. It's like taking on a burden because someone else doesn't want to deal with their own things. So this could be someone telling you, oh, I don't have a place to go, I don't have a job, what am I going to do? And you going, well, they're looking, so I'll just wait, or or they might have started a new relationship and you're like, well, that doesn't mean they're going to be with this person. They have problems, that kind of thing. But you can't rely on that. And that really is just creating extra burden for you in making your decision or moving forward the way that you should be. So I feel like, especially in this first row, you know that it's time to leave this alone. You know that it's time to make changes. You may get sad about it, but you know that it's time in your life, period, for whatever reason. You haven't been being nurtured or nurturing yourself the way that you should because of these illusions. I feel like you've been openly trying to be kind and move forward at the same time, but it looks like it's not working that way. And now it's time to focus more on what it is that you're trying to accomplish. For a lot of you, there's been something that's in your heart to do. Maybe you haven't been focusing on your career because you've kind of been dealing with everything around it or around the situation. So they're giving me an instance of like, let's say you're trying to grow a social media following, okay? And you're focusing on collaborating with other people to be seen. But really you need to focus on your content. You know, it's something like that. It's something you need to put hard work into. Instead of looking at what you think it is. It's like you need to change your perspective. It's like you're giving too much emotion, too much love, too much care to something that doesn't need it. Because that's what you think needs it, but it isn't. This could have been a marriage, a happy relationship at one point that you were in. A happy partnership, the perfect job, whatever that is for you. And you're still slightly holding on to that. And you need to think about, this is like a realization of, yes, it was good at one time. Everything's good at one time. That's why we go into it, you know. But you have to look at what it is that you're accomplishing now. What it is that you're getting out of this situation now. Which is, you're clear that there is a lack of love. That this is superficial, whatever this situation is that you're in. You're fully aware of that. So don't let the past hold you back or keep you attached to something. Someone is being childish around you. They're not doing the deep soul searching that they're supposed to be doing. Okay? In order to move on. They're relying on what they've always had with you, or the connection that you had, the situation that you had, the home that you had, the money that you had, something like that. They're more focused on losing the foundations than losing you. They're being very childish. Yeah, this is a person that is like trying to hold on to this relationship at all costs. But it's not the relationship that they want. It's the structure that comes with it. Okay? You have pulled back your emotion. That emotion that you had is not there anymore. It's turning into frustration. And it's because you want to move out of this now. You're getting tired of it. Okay? There could be a third-party relationship, but I feel like somebody may be drinking too much, overindulging too much in your face. It feels like in your face. And you're like speaking your mind. You're saying what it is that you want to say. Yeah. You're like, you don't want to be stuck anymore. It's time for a change. It's time for something to happen. And that's why you're communicating. Yeah. Someone's only thinking about themselves and their own happiness, which is affecting them in a bad way as well, and you. Okay? It could be somebody trying to put off a divorce as well. I feel like this person has been mean to you for a very long time. They probably have threatened to leave you because they figured you were super in love with them and you weren't going to go anywhere. It could be for a lot of you that this person just sees you moving on and becoming happy and in your own strength, finding yourself or maybe even finding someone else. And they're just mean and angry. Retaliative, if that's a word. Okay? And this is creating an unhealthy atmosphere or unbalanced atmosphere for both of you. And I feel like you're just kind of balancing in it. You know, it's like you're doing it both to each other. And this is just leaving sadness and defensiveness, and you're not happy here. And you know that there needs to be some sort of healing. Yeah, you know that you can't ignore this anymore. You can't go about the same way. There's not success here where you are. If you're looking for someone new, you can't find someone new in this kind of energy. Okay. So because you're not because this person doesn't have attachments to you anymore, if this is a person, I feel like they're going to really create a problem or issue or push you, okay? Their intent is to try to put a band-aid on the situation so you can come back, because they see you leaving. They know you're leaving. You probably have already said at this point that you want to leave. You don't see a reason to fight for this either, because you want to heal yourself. I see this fully ending at this point. Yeah, it's like somebody's watching this fall apart. And they feel like they're out of control or not in control, and they want to fix it. So they're trying to rush in and do things. I feel like this is bother you, you know? This is like someone coming out of not watching you do your glow up, but like they're coming out of themselves to be like, but this, you know, to get you to stop, because they see a transformation happening. Yeah, the ending is approaching. You're no longer attached to this person by your ego. You know, like, oh, I want to stay with them. I'm going to do it. I'm going to work this out. I don't care. You're not in that energy anymore. You've already changed your perspective. You already know what it is that you wanted to do. This to me feels like action. Yeah. You're now in the process of fully letting this go. Really good. Okay, Aries. Dream time, dance, and great mystery. This is spirit advice. And this is telling me to remember what your dreams are. Remember it is what you want to create and what you want life to be like, and make it happen. Okay? Make that happen. Be in that energy. Be that person. Take those actions. Of course, you don't know where things are going, but that's a part of, I feel like that's a part of the excitingness of it all for you, Aries. Is the excitement to become something new, to be in a new energy, to have this new energy around you. It's a positive thing if you look at it that way. Okay, let's get some journaling cards for you. We have, now you can journal or meditate on these. If I am really honest with myself, how strong is my confidence and self-worth? Do the things and people in my life reflect who I really am? You got more cards, so I'm going to do them all. You can pick and choose. What can I let go of so I have more time to receive? What have I given up on? And am I holding on to something I need to let go of? Hello. I see a collective theme here. Useful anxiety. Notice how you tend to interpret anxiety. Does even a little bit feel like an unwelcome problem? In its milder forms, anxiety is actually an adaptive response that prepares us to take action and motivates us to get things done. Reinterpret your anxiety and use that nervous energy to help you do well in a new situation. Focus on doing the best you can, however you feel. All right, Aries. There you go. So thank you for being here, my beautiful Aries, and I will see you for the love readings next week. Bye-bye.